Wow, it just started to rain really heavy all of a sudden. It looked like squirrels like, run for cover! Wow, people are still having things like barbecue in the pouring rain here. Cool fog. I wonder if you can see it with the camera here. And they usually say don't put electronics in water and stuff, huh? And with rain, I guess we're gonna expect a lot of it. Rainfall warning. Rain at times heavy as expected. A Pacific cold front will move across the lower mainland tonight. Oh, fantastic. And it says rainfall amounts near 50 millimeters are expected tonight. We're gonna get soaked. Although this is, I guess, the stereotypical weather around the Vancouver area. It's been pretty good though, actually, when I think about it during the summertime and all that. I guess with this story, they probably want some rain. It says here, major Saudi Arabia oil facilities hit by Houthi drone strikes. Yemen rebels movement says it launched strikes that sparked huge fires at processing facilities. Houthi rebels have claimed responsibility for a drone attack on the world's largest oil processing facility in Saudi Arabia, which is vital to global energy supplies. The attacks on the processor and major oil field operated by Saudi Aramco or earlier Saturday sparked a huge fire, the kingdom's interior ministry said. Makes me wonder, what exactly did they do? Was there a weapon attached to the drone? Was it just one of those kamikaze types of operation where they just rammed it into the oil just to spark a fire and all that? It says 3 sources claim the assault had disrupted output and exports, with one source claiming 5 million barrels per day of crude production has been impacted, nearly half the kingdom's output. I guess the first question is, 1, will this increase price of things like oil across the world for everyone who relies on it for things like vehicles and stuff like that? I know here they had all that stuff about oil prices being extremely high. Some people say it might be fixed prices, who knows? But in another case I'm thinking about here is, since it's a quote drone attack, will this basically increase things like hysteria? People flying recreational drones, look at that, you can attach weapons and stuff to it, who knows? Although it does say here it was unclear whether there were any injuries in the attacks or whether they would affect the country's oil production. They are, however, likely to be heightened tensions in the region, with Saudi Arabia and Iran effectively fighting a proxy war in Yemen. So who knows what this will mean in the long run? It does make you wonder if they actually are, say, the culprit, because from what I gather, a lot of times when these things happen, people claim responsibility when they have no direct involvement in it, just to, I guess, make themselves sound more powerful. Who knows? On a lighter note, I thought this was kind of cool. Basically, there was some news announcements about how next year there's going to be a Super Nintendo World. Basically, think of it kind of as a Universal Studios theme park type of thing, except this is video game oriented. It says Universal Parks and Resorts CEO shares new details on Super Nintendo World. During Comcast 2019 Media Communications and Entertainment Conference on September 11th, Chairman and CEO of Universal Parks and Resorts Tom Williams shared some new information about Super Nintendo World, coming to all Universal Parks around the world, except for Beijing, over the next few years. Perhaps the most exciting reveal was that the first version of the land will open in spring 2020 at Universal Studios Japan, ideally in time for the 2020 Summer Olympics in Tokyo. The first phase in Tokyo will feature 2 rides, Super Mario Kart, and a reportedly short Omni-Mover type ride called Yoshi's Adventures. That sounds kind of cool and fun. That's actually the type of stuff I'd actually like to do if I ever get the opportunity to do that anyways, just to visit something like that. Would you guys believe that Mario is actually more recognizable than Mickey Mouse, they say? I mean, in general, they say the video game industry is a lot bigger than the film industry too, in terms of revenues, if you believe that. Alright, see you guys later.